Hey there everybody, welcome to another walk and talk session. It's Jessica and Peanut here today with you, and today's topic is gratitude and goals. So before we get started, I just want to say a big thank you to all of your amazing input. You guys had some really great tips that you shared with us on our last 1 mile walk and talk on motivation. If you missed that, go back to our playlist, you can check that out, and be sure to read everyone's comments. You guys left some really wonderful insights, and I thank you for sharing all that with us. So this is still a work in progress. What we're gonna try today is just walking to a steady beat. So right now I'm just using a little metronome beat to keep us at 140 beats per minute, which translates to about a 14-minute mile. So I'm gonna make sure we get a full mile in here today. I've got that beat to keep me accountable. If you want to add some music in the background, that's fine. But remember, these sessions are just really a way for us to talk a little bit more about some popular topics that you want to learn more about, have a discussion going, and just get some extra movement or steps in our day. They're not meant to substitute in a workout. Many of you asked if there's a way to make it harder. I would just say, focus on a workout if that's what you're looking for. This is really just meant to be a walk and talk session, okay? So hopefully you've been walking this whole time while I've been talking to you. Let's just make sure that our posture is tall, we're breathing steadily, walking strong, using those arms. Good, and from here we're just gonna take it into a little side to side motion just to switch it up so we don't overstress the joints. So take it out and in for me, side to side. Okay. So let's start talking about today's topic. So one of the things I really wanted to focus on with you today is gratitude and goal setting and how they really relate to each other. Vicky left me a comment on the last 1 mile walk and talk, and she said, could you please talk a little bit more about gratitude? And Vicky, I thought that was a great idea. So when we're talking about gratitude and goal setting, one of the questions that I really wanted to think about today with you out loud is, how do we learn to appreciate what we have while we're still working towards what we want, right? So it's not an easy thing if you think about it. While you're focusing on your goals and you're striving to get somewhere, it's easy to take for granted what you already have, right? Take it back to that walk. Let's keep talking. So one of the great examples of this that I've noticed in my life is I'll look back at a picture of myself from years ago and say, oh gosh, I wish that I looked like that still, right? But then I think about where I was in the moment, and I thought, I remember looking at this picture then and thinking, oh gosh, I wish my waist was smaller, or I wish I was a couple pounds lighter, and I wasn't even happy in that moment either. So really, I don't know if that's ever happened to you, but it's something to think about, right? How do we learn to appreciate what we have right now while we're still working to move forward towards what we want to bring into our lives? Let's keep walking. Switching up the move here, just give me a little heel dig, flexing the toes, pulling back. Good. So, again, I love hearing from you guys, so I hope you're gonna weigh in at the end of this walk and talk session and give me some ideas. I'm gonna ask you for 2 specific things at the end of this 1 mile, so stay tuned for that. But I think one of the things that we can do to practice our gratitude habit on a daily basis is either keeping a journal or just mentally waking up each day or at the end of your day, thinking about one thing that you're grateful for in your life today as it is right now. So one of the things that I like to do, walk it back, is just keep a little journal. I have it on my phone, and I write down 3 things that I am most grateful for at the start of every day. And it really just helps me start off the day with a thankful attitude, keeps things in perspective, because I certainly am guilty of this, but as I'm working towards things that I want to do and achieve, I really do find myself taking for granted the things that I already have. So that's one thing that I've been doing that's really helped me just stay appreciative and thankful for all the amazing things about not only my body, my physicality, my health, but my life in general. So that's one tip that I have for you that you might want to try out if you're not already doing it. I know many of you are probably already practicing that, and it's great, so keep it up. Good, let's just move a little bit. Let's walk forward and back. while we keep talking. And then let's talk a little bit more now about goal setting. So keeping that attitude of gratitude, but also moving forward, thinking about what is that you want to create for yourself. So I think it's always important to have a vision of what you're trying to create or bring into your life, because otherwise, how do you know when you have it, right? How can you appreciate it once it's here? So thinking about your body, for instance, do you have a vision of what you're trying to achieve or accomplish? And I'm not just talking about, having yourself look phenomenal in a bikini, which is fine if that's your goal too. But you have to think about what it is you're trying to create and what you're willing to do to get there, right? So for instance, for me right now where I am at, I'm not trying to look like a bikini model. I'm not trying to compete in a fitness competition. I really am just striving to be as healthy as I can be at a healthy, strong weight, so that my body is vibrant, full of energy. It allows me to do all the wonderful things that I love to do in my daily life, but also hopefully it's gonna help me start a family soon and just be so vibrant and healthy throughout my life. So that's my vision for my body and my health, and that's what I'm working towards, which is very different than if, say, I was training for a fitness competition or trying to do tons of pull-ups and push-ups and all these different things, right? So you have to kind of think about, what is my ultimate goal? What am I striving to achieve? And what am I willing to do to get there? So because I'm not training for that fitness competition, I do eat things like pasta and cupcakes on occasion. And it's because I enjoy them and I don't feel bad about it, because you know what? It still fits into my overall vision for myself and my goals, and it doesn't make me feel bad or guilty for indulging once in a while, because I strive to maintain a balanced lifestyle. Now, if I was training for that bikini competition, those probably wouldn't be in my diet because I need to be a little bit more strict about it. So kind of think about what your vision and your goal is going to be and what you're going to need to do to get there, while still staying appreciative and grateful for the things that you have already in your daily life. Let's switch it up again. Let's take it back to that side to side step. Tap right here, a little bit wider, a little bit lower. Peanut has abandoned me. She took off already. She's done with her mile. So just keep it moving. Good, guys. So again, thinking about gratitude, keeping that attitude of gratitude. One of my favorite quotes is, if you're not grateful for what you already have, you will never ever have enough, right? So focus on what you have, be grateful for all the wonderful things that are already in your life. And I know that sometimes we go through phases where it's really hard to find those things that you're grateful for. Maybe you're going through a really tough time in your life. And this isn't to say that that's not important, but practicing gratitude could be even more important for you during this tough time in your life. So look for little things. They don't have to be grand, big things on a large scale, but just simply maybe waking up to a sunny day, being grateful that you woke up, that you were able to get out of bed, that you were able to come over and turn on YouTube and start walking and moving your body today. Little tiny things that you can appreciate throughout the day to just keep cultivating that attitude of gratitude while you continue to move forward towards your goals. Good. So let's take it back to our walk. Strong and tall, shoulders back, abs are in tight. Good. So practice that posture. So right here, we're feeling grateful for all this movement, for feeling so strong. And I want you to think about too, as we're walking, what is it that you're trying to achieve? What goal are you working for? What is all this about? Is it about staying healthy and active and being a great role model for your children? Is it about, maybe you have something specific that you're training for? Many of you do 5Ks, 10Ks. Maybe it's to be able to go through that race for for charity that you're doing, and just really be able to finish it with a sense of accomplishment and pride and feeling well rested and trained for it. Think about what it is that you're striving for and get specific about it. Sometimes we're also really vague with our goals, and that's another thing that happens, and then we never know that we've achieved it, right? You gotta know what you're working towards so that you know once you get it, right? So you know you've reached the goal finish line. So it's not just up in the air, something that never comes to accomplishments. So guys, before you leave this video today, I'd like to ask you to do 2 things for me. You can be thinking about it while we continue to walk. So I want you to think about number 1, and I'd love to hear it from you in the comments below. Number 1, what's one thing that you are grateful for today? And it can relate to your body, it can relate to your health, just anything in your life that you are grateful for today. The second thing I'd love to hear from you is tell me what one of your goals are. Share it with us. Sometimes saying it out loud or putting it in writing in a public forum can make it feel more real and hold you a little bit more accountable. And of course, we always love to cheer each other on in our community. So share that with me in the comments below. Again, number 1, what you're most grateful for. And number 2, what your goal is, what one of your goals are. You can narrow it down to 1, or you can share more if you want. We're always open to that. Good. Let's take the feet out a little bit wider. Let's even it out for those hip flexors with a little hamstring curl right here. Good. So is that a deal? Will you do that for me before you click off this video, please? Good. Okay. So I'm gonna look for those because I love reading all of your comments. I read every single one. Can't respond to every single one, but I do read them all. Peanut does too. And we love to hear from you. And I love to see you guys interacting with each other too. I think that's one of the most amazing things about our community on YouTube is that we come together from all over the world and we can interact with each other on this free public forum. How cool is that? So talk to each other, respond to each other if you feel like it. Always love to see that interaction between you all too. Good. Let's take it back to a walk. Strong. Excellent. How are we feeling? Good? All right, so remember these walk and talk sessions are really just like the equivalent, oh, Peanut's back, the equivalent of us maybe taking a stroll around the neighborhood, just having a little friendly chat together, just adding up to our daily step count so that we can feel good and feel active during our time off of our workouts. And sometimes these can be just a great way to spark up your daily activity too. I know a lot of you last week told me that the motivational 1 mile really helped you just get going. You weren't feeling like exercising at all, but once you got up and got moving, you kept going, which is just so fantastic. And it's really one of the things that I was trying to achieve with these 1 mile walk and talk sessions. So I'm so glad that's working for you. And of course, I don't expect you to do these over and over and over again unless you want to. But again, we just want to help you stay active, spark up some movement for your day, and just start thinking about some of these things that we don't always get a chance to talk about when we're doing more complicated workouts, because I got to be cueing you arms and legs and all this stuff. But this just gives us a time to talk a little bit more, explore some more topics related to health, fitness, and wellness, without having to think about what our legs doing and our arms doing and proper form and all of that good stuff. So please keep the feedback coming. I love hearing from you guys. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what other topics we should explore. If there's anything else we should mention. I know you guys love those motivational quotes, so I'll make sure that we add as many in here as we can. Peanut, anything else to add? I think Peanut is most grateful for her bone today. She enjoys chewing it and cheering us on from the back. I'm glad you all enjoyed that Peanut Cam addition too. We won't add those into our workouts, but thought it might be a little fun distraction for us while we walk and talk too. Good, let's keep walking. Let's just get the arms moving a little bit more. Just give me a reach up and down. Good. All right, guys, so that is our timer. That means we have just reached our 1 mile mark. So I wanna say thank you again for tuning in, for walking with me today. You've just walked an entire mile while we were talking and walking and all that stuff. So I hope the time passed quickly for you. Hope you had fun. If you want to keep moving, remember we've got over 400 full-length workout videos free here on our channel. Peanut and I would love to keep moving with you, so feel free to continue on with us. If not, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget your assignment. Please share with us in the comments below one thing you're grateful for and at least one of your goals that you're working towards right now. Thanks, you guys. Peanut and I will see you for another walk and talk session soon. Until then, keep up the great work you're doing, taking care of your body and your health. See you next time.